Good morning and hello, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Supermodel Racing Review for Saturday the 23rd of July 2022. Quick look at yesterday's results then for Friday the 22nd. We're at Chepstow on the flat in the 8:35 as the last race. We had to go at 2 in that race. We had the eventual winner number 2, Desperate Hero, which won at 1-2. And we also were on this FTO Pearly Gates, which was a non-runner. We got back 20-1 on that. But it's obviously that was given the chop as a non-runner, so we ended up with a minor profit off the back of this. We got about evens on, just below evens on Desperate Hero, and this Sausage Song came second at 11-4, which we thought was not going to be good enough anyway. So count slightly came up, plus 57.40 units in profit overall. So that panned out fairly well, except we didn't get the chance to make this a good payday on Pearly Gates. But given the way Desperate Hero won, it's likely would have ended up with a minor loss for the privilege of having a good win on that one. So, but anyway, it panned out in our favour. So we'll stop it there and write up today's racing. Right, we're back. We've written up today's racing then for Saturday the 23rd. We've got no filter 1, which is our structure filter, no ratio, but we do have an alternate. So Ascot then on the flat and the 410 is the Paterie, formerly the Winkfield Stakes, Class 1 2-year-old, 7 furlongs, good to firm, model 94. Now what does that mean? Model 94 then, so if you relate that to the all-weather, which we like to do, you've got Dundalk and Lingfield 97, significantly faster, Kempton 96, Newcastle 95, and then you've got Wolverhampton, Chelmsford and Southall 92. So 94 is in between Newcastle, Wolverhampton, Chelmsford and Southall so it's on the slow side. That's what we're basically saying. So it's quite down the bottom in pace surface profile. So that's something to bear in mind. Right, there's 5 horses in this race. The likely favourite is this Naval Power, number 4. What do we know about Naval Power? Well, it's a bit of a grinder really. Yarmouth first race, easy trip off the pace, and Leicester Novice Stakes, model 96, 97, up with the pace and generally, but whilst it's won both those races, we don't think much of it anyway. So we get rid of the favourite Naval Power, and the other one we're not too bothered with is this number 1. Bajan Bandit, pretty workmanlike, so we'll give that the chop. So we're left with 3 then. We're left with the Tories horse, number 2, Finn's Charm, which is arguably the one we like least, but it's a decent horse. It's Finn's Charm. It's had easy trips, but it's suited by model 94, and the Musselburgh win, 7 furlongs good maiden, is a 94, so that gives you an idea. And the Royal Ascot with the Chesham, it's been in the Chesham, so it's been skirting with decent races. So we got 0.25 of a unit on that one, on Finn's Charm. So we'll give that one a sort of a lever there. This Mascarpone, was it number 3? Mascarpone, 2 runs. It started off in the Brocklesby, which is a decent race at New Doncaster. That was a solid race. That's quick, model 99, but it was good to soft, so it tempers it a little bit. And then it went to Chelmsford on the all-weather, 6 furlong maiden, and it won that by a mile. And Chelmsford's 92, so it's sort of in the zone what we're looking at. And that was held up and came through. So it's got a solid profile. It's changed trainers, so they shipped it out after the Brocklesby and then won a maiden, and then now they're pushing it up in class. So we quite like Mascarpone. So we'll give that like about a 1.5. We'll talk about staking in a minute. And the one we really like is this Waiting All Night. Waiting All Night, number 5. What's that been up to? It's had 4 runs. Wolverhampton 5 furlong maiden, so that's obviously model 97, so that's quite a bit shorter and quicker. It had a very difficult trip. It was 3 to 4 wide, and it was quite impressive if you look at that thing. So that's a decent horse there. Then it went to Sandown on the National Stakes, which is a very good race. 5 furlong good to soft. It wasn't really suited to that conditions. Its run wasn't that clever. And then it went to Royal Ascot in the Coventry on the 14th of the 6th, and that's a Group 2 model 95. So it's a furlong shorter than this race. And it ran a very solid race, and it's quite impressive as far as we're concerned. And then it went to the July Stakes, Newmarket, another 6 furlong race, Group 2, and that's model 98. It's a fair bit quicker, and it still acquitted itself pretty well. So we like that one. We like waiting all night the most, quite frankly. But in that order. Now, as you know, we if you watch our staking video, we divide our stakes up into about 4 usually, and maybe even greater than that. So if you, just for ease, if you think of a stake as £8, then basically we're putting £2 on Finn's Charm. We're putting 150 on Mascarpone, and we're putting £2.50 on this waiting all night. So 253, 4 and 2 is 6. So we've ended up putting on £6 if our unit is £8. So we put 3, hence we put 0.75, 3/4 of a unit on. So that gives you an idea. And I don't know what level you're betting at, if you're betting at all. So, but that's the sort of ratios we're using. I mean, you can, the sky's the limit on those, as you know. But that's about how it pans out. So we've phased the betting to try and reflect our view of and the relative odds of the horses. So that's what we're doing. We're rejecting Naval Power, the favourite, and rejecting Bijan's Bandit, and we're having a go at the other 3 in varying degrees of the 5. So hopefully that'll be all right, and we'll see how that goes tomorrow when we review it. So thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching, and goodbye.